In the past 2 months, I have been able to earn 5,000 US dollars from nothing. I literally invested $0, but I have been able to earn 31.5 Solana, which is equivalent to around 5,540. And this is the secret that I really want to teach you. And if you understand this concept, you are more than likely to make 100x to about a 10,000x using this psychological trick. The reason why you are not succeeding with meme coins is you are doing things in a very skewed manner. You are leaving out a few nuggets that you need to utilize in order for you to enhance your luck as far as investing meme coins is concerned. And this is one of the reasons why I really wanted to give you the blueprint. And if you really study a lot of successful, the people that you really consider to be successful meme coin traders, right? They have a few attributes and they do something in the background that you are not aware of. Please let me know in the comment section below if you feel you are frustrated with not having enough time to be able to put in order for you to be able to find 100x. Big shout out to all the people who have come to the realization that sometimes you need to admit and surrender to your flaws. The moment you realize that you've got flaws and these flaws are sort of hindering you from making progress, right? The faster you are going to be able to find a solution, because finding 100x to a 10,000x meme coin is a strategy. It is a blueprint. And this is one of the reasons why I really want to introduce you to the concept of passive income. You see, when it comes to you finding the next 100x, right, you need to work with the system. One of the most underrated or under discussed, this is not really discussed on meme coin YouTube, because the people who really understand the system do not want you to understand this simple concept. Now, let me give it to you. You see, when it comes to trading, right, you've learned all about the best strategies, the best filters, the best meme coins. But for some reason, right, you just do not get it right. It's either you don't have enough time, maybe you're sleeping when the 100x is sort of being created. If you do manage to spot 100x, right, you do not have enough conviction, enough confidence in order for you to keep a trade. And this is one of the reasons why most of the times you already know what needs, or rather what will pump and what will do 100x, but you just lack the confidence. And maybe after 2-3 days, you see that the coin that you projected would do very well has already done 100x. Now, this particular flow is caused by something that you are not doing. And let me be very honest with you. What you are lacking is a peace of mind and something known as passive income. You see, passive income is going to give you the confidence, because sometimes the best winners when it comes to trading meme coins are going to be the coins that are going to be very risky in the beginning. And in order for you to take this risk, right, you need to have the confidence, the surety that even if you lose 100% of your money, you are still good, due to the fact that you've got passive income coming through. Passive income is going to give you the confidence to deal with a lot of bullshit, and one of those highly risky investments will turn out to be 100 to about a 10,000x. And if you notice, a lot of these big YouTubers, a lot of these big meme coin traders that I'll give you an example of Orangey. Orangey Web3 has got the ability to risk a 4,000 US dollars in order for him to 10x it or even 100x it. But in order for him to come to risking a 4,000 US dollars, right, he need to have a flow of income. And this is one of the reasons why I really want to introduce to you a concept that you need to add to your trading recipe. So far you have tried trading the traditional way, where for example you've got a regular job, right? You use your regular job type of money and you put it in meme coins, and now you are anxious, you're on the edge, and you basically cannot afford to lose it. So what I want you to work on this time time around is add the concept of passive income. Passive income when it comes to cryptocurrency trading is very easy to do. Take a look at this. I have earned 31.5 Solana in the past 2 months, which roughly means I am able to risk 2,500 US dollars per month. Okay, so each and every month I risk 2,500 for free. And this thing can blow up to 100x or even a 10,000x. So if I get lucky, and using all the risk analysis that I have been teaching you, right? Let's say, for example, on each trade, right, I risk $100, right? It means that I've got 25 opportunities in a month in order for me to sort of find 100x. If I've got 25 opportunities, right, how likely is it that I am going to be able to find 100x? You see, the reason I have been very successful trading meme coins is I have many chances. I've got many lives. I've got more than 9 lives. In this particular case, right, each and every month, right, for the past 2 months, I've had 25 times to fail at discovering 100x, and this has only been possible due to the fact that I do have some sort of passive income. As a matter of fact, let me even claim some Solana for free right over here so that you guys can see that it is doable. And you don't even need to be like a super mega YouTuber. You do not even need to be somebody who shows your face. All you have to do is figure out how to use passive income and what type of passive income you are able to use and utilize in order for you to be able to earn some free money that are going to allow you to play the game for the longest period of time. Because most of the times, right, you guys have got limited access to capital. Once you sort of blow your account, right, and trust me, when you are trading meme coins, you are going to blow your times. You are going to blow your account many more times than you're going to be able to find successful 100 to about 10,000x. It's going to probably take you 70% of the time blowing your account in order for you to get to that level or time when you are going to be able to find a 10,000x. And what's going to happen eventually is once you get to find that 10,000x, right, it's going to cover up all your losses multiplied by 1,000. So at the end of it all, it is worth it. But in order for you to get to that level, right, you have to play the game of sustainability. You have to sustain yourself on the long run. And how are you going to be able to sustain yourself when you have a limited source of income? Because if you are working a regular job, right, you only have so much money that you can be able to sort of risk. And this is one of the reasons why I really want each and every one of you to work on your passive income flow so that you can consistently play the game. When it comes to meme coin, right, you are bound to lose. The way the game is set up, you are going to be ragged on. You're going to sort of have losses. But if you've got a limited capital inflow, right, it's going to hinder you to come to that realization or come to that day when eventually you're going to be able to find 100x. For example, I'm sure a lot of you guys discovered Trump before it did like a 20 to about 50x. A lot of you discovered Trump when it was like below $1 billion US dollars, and eventually it ended up running to a whole lot, maybe like $3 billion US dollars. And if you were able to risk, regardless of how high the price of Trump was, right, you saw Donald Trump's official page tweet about it. You knew it was legit, but you just couldn't take the risk because you didn't have a steady flow of passive income. So now the question is, how are you going to be able to create passive income? Number one, you have already spent so much time, so much effort, and so much money in meme coins and basically trading cryptocurrencies. You already know the ins and the outs. You are already trading on Axiom each and every day. So what would it take for you to just sort of, refer your referral link to other people? Because at the end of it all, right, regardless, you are trading on Axiom Pro. So would it hurt if you had to share your link, if you had to do a little bit of marketing? By the way, you do not have to be a YouTuber in order for you to make money off of the passive income that Axiom Pro is offering us. You can set up like a website, you can set up a Facebook page, you can set up an Instagram page, you can set up a Twitter account, share different perspectives and just basically drive traffic click to a place like Axiom.trade. Okay, if you do this right, what this does for you is it prolongs your longevity to sustain losses. The more you sustain your losses, right, the more you keep on pushing, the more you keep on persevering, you're going to come to a level and a moment where you are able to get in on 100x, and it's going to be able to sustain yourself and just basically propel yourself to the next level. What I want you to do is go study these people who claim to be meme coin millionaires. If you watch their live videos, they are mostly losing. If you have ever seen a real meme coin trading live, what you're going to discover is most of the times they are losing, like 70% of the time, even 80% of the time they are losing. However, they keep on going due to the fact that they can sustain their losses, due to the fact that they've got some sort of passive income. It's either they've got a trading group, they've got referral money coming through, or they've got like a lot of existing money that's piled up, and then they can just play the game. Okay, so once they do get to stumble on a lot of meme coin, coins that are really doing very well, like 1,000 to about 10,000x, right, all their losses are recouped. So one thing that you need to realize is, in order for you to get rid of your psychological, emotional trading trauma, because each and every one of us who trench on a daily basis, if you are watching this video, there's a high likelihood that you suffer from anxiety, from a psychological trauma, and in emotional imbalance due to the fact that you are dealing with a lot of money, okay, according to your level, and you've been dealing with a lot of losses, and you just want it to work. But that's not going to happen if you do not have the confidence and the peace of mind that passive income comes through, because losses are not really going to be something that is going to be affecting you, because you can always play the game again and again and again and again. And one thing that you should realize is, when you sort of discover your passive income threshold, right, and you know your max cap, you have to do risk analysis calculation. Let's say, for example, if your passive income is around 10,000 US dollars, right, this is the money that you are ready to sort of part ways with. All you gotta do is splice it up into different sizes, so that you have got many opportunities to come back. Because if you use 10,000 US dollars and you invest it in one coin, right, what happens if that particular play doesn't go your way? It means you lose the 10,000 US dollars. So if you have whatever passive source of income that you have, right, splice it up in 200 parts. If you've got 10,000 divided by 100, so that you've got 100 opportunities to invest. So if you've got the 10,000 US dollars and you risk $100 on each and every project that you think can do very well, right, using the different strategies that I have been teaching you, right, you've got 100 opportunities. If by any means possible, right, you've got like a 10% chance of catching 1,000x. What does that do, right? So 10% of 100 is 10. If 10 of your trades are going to do 100x, okay, 10 trades do 100x, right? So basically you are multiplying $100 by well, how's my mathematics there? So if $100 does 100x, right, you basically get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get $10,000, and then $10,000 multiplied by 10, because you've got 10 opportunities, because only 10% of your trades are going to be successful. So it means you've got $10,000 multiplied by 10 times. So you end up making 100,000 US dollars. Okay, this is only if you have a 10% success rate. Now, if you see the mathematics, right, it's very easy for you to not lose. This system that I have given you, right, it's impossible for you to lose. Even if you have like a 5% success rate, you're going to end up making 50,000 US dollars, because number one, you already know how to manage your risk, and you already have like a constant flow of passive income. So in case you guys didn't really get this mathematics, let's break it down one more time. Let's hypothetically say, right, you've got a 10% success rate expectation, and you've got a $10,000 budget to blow. So this amount, you're going to blow it. assume you only have a 10% chance of winning. So meaning what you are going to sort of have is, by the way, risk analysis is very important. Whatever amount of money that you have, divide it by 100. So meaning you are going to be able to invest, so 10,000, remove 2 zeros. So you are going to be able to invest $100 per trade. Okay, you are going to be investing $100 per trade. This is what you're going to be risking. So if you get $100 from 10,000, you've got like a very long lifespan in order for you to blow it off. So let's say, for example, only 10% is your success rate. So from this 10,000, right, you expect to win 10%, correct? So that means only $1,000. So what's 10% of 10,000? So let's do some quick mathematics, because trading and probability is all about mathematics. 10 divided by 100, which is roughly going to be 0.1. Okay, so 10,000 multiplied by 0.1. Let's do some quick math right over here, so just bear with me. So 10,000, you guys at home can do the math. Okay, so 10,000 multiplied by 0.1, that's giving me roughly $1,000. Okay, so your $1,000 is going to be successful. Okay, and let's say, for example, this $1,000 gets to be multiplied by 100, right? $1,000 multiplied by 100, that's going to give me 100,000 US dollars profit. Worst case scenario with a success rate of 10%. Now, obviously, you can recreate this structure with a smaller amount of money. So let's say, for example, in my case, right, I was having, you know, like a 2,500 US dollars of income. Okay, so this is obviously going to be like a quarter of that. So obviously I'm going to be able to like get a fraction of that, because we're just dealing with a quarter of that. So let's take a look at what we're going to make is probably going to be like a 25,000 US dollars. Okay, based on our calculation, but my mathematics can be wrong. However, you already know the blueprint. So in order for you to succeed, what you need to do is, number one, work on your passive income source. In case you guys are wondering, say, hey Muna, where am I going to be able to get passive income? It's pretty easy. Number one, you're already having Axiom Pro, BooX, whatever platform you're trading on, it has a referral system. Axiom Pro is a prime example. You're already grinding on Axiom Pro. You already know the system. You already know what to do. You already know the best filters. Why don't you want to set up a passive income stream from Axiom Pro? What this is going to allow you to do is be able to play the game and sustain yourself. So whatever source of income that you get, it can be $100. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so once you get that source of income, divide the risk by 100 times. Okay, so that you can have like many opportunities to be able to get that 10% success rate. This is your probability. So remember, 10% is your likelihood of getting 100x. So whatever amount of passive income you have, just know that 10% of it is going to work. The other 90% is going to not succeed. And by the way, 10% is like a worst case scenario. Now imagine if you had a 30% success rate due to the fact that you follow my videos and you listen to each and every lesson that I give you. And this is one of the reasons why from now on, I want you to binge watch everything. Forget about my funny accent. Forget about, you know, like how big my lips are. Forget about how handsome I am. Forget about, you know, like how amazing I am to look at. Think about the numbers, the statistics, the probability, and work this particular game plan that I've given you. Nobody has ever taught you this. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever heard such type of information? And this is one of the reasons why you need to subscribe, because I always go hard for you guys. I always give you the secret of secrets, the blueprint. So if you are a subscriber of CRYPTOHYPE, Muna, if you listen to Muna, there's no way you can lose. There's no absolute way you can lose. It's impossible. Even with a 10% success rate, it is impossible. You understand? So What I want you to do is, if you feel like, okay, look, Muna, I get what you're saying. I understand this can really work and I can really turn my luck around. What I want you to do is, if you are serious about marketing and creating a secondary passive income source, email me. The email is right there. Send me an email and I'll teach you and I'll show you how to create passive income using meme coin trading and the things that you already know. So June is going to be a very explosive year. I have a lot of, let me not even talk about it. So the only people that I want to email me are the people who are serious about creating passive income via marketing, via whatever, YouTube, website, Facebook. If you just feel like, okay, I know a thing or two about trading or marketing, and I'm really serious about creating this source of income, I am going to show you how you can be able to quadruple this. And by the way, I wasn't even aggressively marketing Axiom, and I only have about 201, but we were able to create this amount of passive income. Now imagine if I had to put in paid advertisements, and if I had to go hard. I wasn't even going hard because there's so many things that I'm doing. I've got like a regular business, like a traditional business, so I've got no time. But this time around, June onwards, we are definitely going to be able to make millions, and this is one of the reasons why you definitely have to send me an email if you are interested in making such amount of passive income. This is real life type of scenario. This is not fake. This is actual money that I have been able to claim. So I've been able to claim 31.5 Solana already. So this does work. What are you going to do? The only thing that you can do right now is take action. Send that email and we'll make you some money, a lot of it.